Hey everybody, so my name is Jamila Blue and I am a astrologer and transformation coach, and I love to talk about the decans in astrology. So in this video I'm going to give a brief history or basics of what the decans are. I am going to go into the energy of Aquarius Decan 1, as well as talk about the tarot correspondences, a little bit of the kabbalah, the sephora that's associated with this decan, as well as the essential oils. So let's get into it. All right, so first I'm going to start out with just very basic understanding of what the decans are. If you'd like to know a little bit more, I do have a brief history of the decans video that you can find in my Astrology of the Decans playlist, and I will also note it here for you to easily reference it. So, what are the decans? So, if you think about, there's 12 signs of the zodiac, and each of the zodiac signs are divided into 30 degrees, and each sign has 3 decans, 10 degrees each, totaling 30. So there's 3 decans totaling 30 degrees for each sign. So there's a various flavor that corresponds to that decan. So if you have any of your sun sign is in this decan, or if you have any planets in this decan, if you know your astrology chart, it's going to bring up some of these influences that I'm going to talk about here. All right, so let's get into Aquarius Decan 1. For the energy of Aquarius Decan 1, this is Saturn ruled. Saturn ruled Aquarius with the Venus ruled Decan. And so, when we have this energy coming together, there's a bit of disharmony that's taking place. And the flavor of this decan is really around putting oneself in exile, whether it's, forced exile or just really doing it on your own, being able to sever away from the norms of society to do what you want to do, which is very Aquarian. And it's also about doing the things that you love, and there might be kickback or whiplash, or if you're not following the herd, so to speak, there's a bit of pushback from others as a result of that. So that societal pushback that one receives as a result of this. So it's really about going independently forward on your own, for some sort of innovation or something that is of your heart's desire. It can be like a spiritual context, like, going off to a Montessori, or being able to just put yourself in isolation for the purpose of your highest good, and being able to just deal with the societal pushback that's going to come as a result of doing your own thing, which society as a whole doesn't really appreciate. One of the things about Aquarius is a key phrase for Aquarius is I know. Aquarians think that they know all that there is to know and don't mind telling you all about it. There's Aquarius is an air sign, and so air signs are very mental, and it's also a fixed sign. So it's going to be the most fixed of the air signs. So very fixed in opinions and what they have to say. Often Aquariuses, especially in this decan, if you know of any Aquariuses in this decan, they love the debate, and they feel like they're debating, and everybody else around them feels like it's an argument. So, but they're like, hey, we're having a great debate here. And the other people are like, no, I'm really tired of arguing. So there's that sense about it as well, in this decan. And there's a lot of Mars energy in this decan, as the Kabbalah is Mars ruled in this decan, and so there's this Mars energy that comes about through it. That it's kind of like pruning back what is no longer needed, and really being able to go through, the motions of the changes in weather and, the winds of change. So that's a lot of what's represented in the energy of this decan. So it can be a little bit harsh and, um, yeah, so it's not a fun place to be. However, you can certainly work with it when you know that there's just those winds of change occurring, when you know that you're in a place of you're gonna have to fight some sort of fight, usually a mental fight, a mental struggle, or something, a fight around ideas or beliefs, or that's why people go to war. That's why countries go to war over ideologies and belief systems, and bringing new ideas and trying to force them on others. So that can be represented in this decan, but it's also the flavor of this decan is just that period of change and being able to find your way through it. In addition to, that exiling, setting yourself apart from others, so that you can really build up your own belief system and build up your own way, your own individual action. When this decan is balanced, especially when using those essential oils that I'll talk about later, you're able to balance this out, and it's going to be able to help bring some harmony through it. And it just helps ground us a little bit more. All right, so Tarot of Aquarius Decan 1. So Aquarius is the star card in the Tarot, and this decan is Venus ruled. So the card for Venus in Tarot is the Empress. And when we have these two cards together, air signs are the swords. So this would be the Five of Swords, Lord of Defeat. So there's that representation of the star, which is a goddess card, and then there's the Empress, which is also a goddess card. However, when it comes to the Five of Swords, there's a passivity here that isn't appreciated by the Kabbalah, the sephora of Gabora, which is Mars ruled. So there is a conflict that happens. It's as if you are, the Lord of Defeat. So putting yourself out there and, defying or defeating others. And, are you on the losing side? Are you on the winning side? And even if you are on the winning side, at what cost are you? And there's this energy. So when we think about Aquarius and Venus and how they come together, Venus is not very happy in Aquarius. Aquarius is a little too cool and distant and aloof for Venus. And so it's just not a really compatible place for her. She doesn't like it very much there. There's a restrictiveness there. So when we have the Venus card and the Star card coming together with the Five of Swords, there's a conflict, a Mars ruled conflict. So that conflict can be found, like when you look at the tree of life in Kabbalah, that would be the path of the tower, which is about change, and just that change is a result of your action or inaction. It's also just a lot of disruption in our thought patterns, in our perception of what the rules may be. So there's a bit of conflict, an unnecessary conflict, but it's there. as these two planets come together through the Five of Swords. So let's now get into the essential oils. Okay, so the essential oils that I really love for the first decan of Aquarius is marjoram for the planet of Aquarius. So when we think of marjoram, marjoram is it really helps to aid, it helps us to trust others, to aid in our trust to others, so that we can form meaningful relationships. It really helps to reveal patterns of aloofness, or, when we begin to distance ourselves from other people, usually due to a lack of trust, or just a feeling of being cold. So marjoram teaches us that trust is the basis of all relationships, and it also helps us to increase warmth and trust in social situations. And when individuals feel safe and loved, they express their authenticity more freely. It really helps to convert anxiety and overwhelm and any type of other disharmonying emotion into something that's going to be a more harmonious energy. And it also helps to eliminate long-term buildup of toxic energies. So marjoram is really helpful for dissipating stuck or those energies that build up that are toxic, that are around us, and helps us to break through those barriers of trust in our relationship to others. So I really, really love marjoram for the cool aloofness that happens with Aquarius. So it just helps us warm up to others. One of my favorite oils for Venus is hinoki, which is a wonderful Japanese oil. And it really brings a sense of calm and order, like walking in a Japanese garden. It assists in removing the disorder and disharmonizing. It leads individuals into the necessary work of becoming balanced and harmonious. It is honorable and true, and it helps to release blocks causing chaos and commotion. So when we think about Venus, we are looking at more balance as well as more harmony in the things around us. And so this hinoki oil is really great at being able to stabilize us and bringing that sense of calm and order, especially when we have a tendency to cause chaos and commotion around us. So one of the things that I love to be able to do with essential oils is to be able to diffuse them. So for these 10 days of working with this Decan in Aquarius, I will be diffusing marjoram, 3 drops, and hinoki, 2 drops, and I'll put that in my diffuser every day. And that's going to help me with building my trust in others and warming up to them, and being able to break through those barriers, as well as to be able to help harmonize and ground myself. So I encourage you to do the same. And if this is a video that you appreciated and you would like to see more of, I would love for you to like and follow me. That will help give me the momentum that I need to do more of these videos, and it will help get this to your box sooner next time. So with that said, you have a fabulous Aquarius Decan 1 season, and I will see you for Aquarius Decan 2.